That's a ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the
52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hyde. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Mr. Hyde, he enjoyed playing across the pond over in London. 19 carries, 160 yards in Week 9. His most rushing yards in a game since 2016 when he was with the 49ers. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Hyde. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Watson now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Hey, watch heads. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On the handoff, this is Howard. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Done. Waiting. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On third down, it's Howard, and he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Great.
Scores. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
We're scoreless after one.
Down the man. I'm bringing it to you.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Big stop, let's go! Go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 51 yards on the ground.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Check. Watch the safety creep.
On first and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more under pressure now? Watson, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Watson flushed out right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Third and long. It's Watson. Finding fouls complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now it's Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 30-yard line.
This is Howard on second down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On third down, it's Howard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Hyde. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fights along.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4 and 5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
At the 25-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. Space to maneuver at the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 54 yards on the ground.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 280. Eat. Watch the pass. Check.
On first down, they run with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 22-yard line.
Touch. 120. On the other side. Solid. Watch the eye.
On second down, it's Howard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the slant. Check. Lucky. Check 37. Check 37. Bush. Out.
Now it's Sproles. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
You ain't got nothing. Check three.
On the delay, it's Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. He's coming. Double up. He's good.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And And that will make our score 9-0. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Why? Get Trey 15! Trey,
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Carter. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.